Hello everyone. Today I will walk you through again to Unit 60, H&D batch in operational and project management. So this is the sections where you're going to learn again about what I have taught in class, but in a shorter way. I will mention all the key points of learning objective 1 for the modules operations and project management. So basically, the end of the unit, you will have 4 learning objectives in total. As you can see here on the board, on the screen, number 1 is review and critics of the effectiveness of operational management principle. Second is to apply the concept of continuous improvement in operational context. Third one is apply the project life cycle to a given context. And finally, the reviews and critics, the application of the PLC used in a given project. So we go to the first learning objective of reviews and critics of the effectiveness of operational management principle. So we first go to the concept of what is operational management. So there's several theories around this, but in general, it's a set of practices that the company used to increase the efficiency in the production. And what actually is involved? So it's involved basically all of the main functions of a business where you need to get like planning, resourcing, overseeing, controlling the production, building up the strategy with other departments. So that is the activity of managing the resources, also the people of an organization to deliver the goods and services to the market. But the main functions of operational management in business you can consider is planning, coordinating, and controlling the resources needed to produce the products and service. So planning, in this stage, you will have to look at the markets in general to see what is the pattern and you plan ahead for your production. Coordinating is where you look for the insight with other departments as well. Whether like, for example, for human resource management, how many staff that you need for the next seasons of producing the product, or even the finance, how much we have at the moment, or we affording to buy that materials for the next production. Controlling basically all the resources and people that you have at the moment, how you can control this and you optimize the use to the best. In an organization, we have different departments like marketing, operations, and finance. And also we have like human resource, bigger scale, we have even like human resource, they have law relations and employment relations and things like that. So depends on the size of the business, they could have many functions. And based on that, the operation team, they need to be in touch and especially collaborate with all the departments to manage the operations well. So you can see in the process in here, so basically it is how you transform the resource, like the material information, and the customer, that is the transformed resources. And you have the transforming factors where you have the facility, the staff available to transform all of the material information customer into the product and service. So you can see the input where you put all the resources in, then you transform the transform resources into the output and then ready to the customer. This is one of the example. This is for the product type. So the input, for example, here we have the canned food processor. So we have the input of the canned food could be the raw, vegetables, metal sheets, water, energy, labor, building equipment. And then in the processing stage, you need to do several activities like cleaning, cutting, cooking, packaging, labeling, and finally you have the results of the canned vegetable. It is the same with the service one, but it's a little bit different. The service is intangible product. So you can see here's the process of the hospital. Since you deliver the service, there is no tangible object. You will need to consider other inputs. So the input of the process in the hospital could be doctors, nurses, medical supply, equipment, and the process would be the surgery, monitoring of the treatment that you could have in a hospital. and the output that we expect is a healthy patient. So basically the role of the operational management is to add value. So for each of the stage, when producing the product, you need to improve the value of it, and the continuous improve in the value will generally give a big impact at the later stage. When you deliver your product to the customer, they'll be happy and continue to buy your product, for example. And you need to make sure that you provide an efficiency transformation where all the activities at least are made for all the possible costs. So history of the operational management, we have different eras. We have the concept from very early concept since the 1776. So we have the cost focus, and then they move to the area where they focus now on the quality. And after that, they do with customization where factories are in place, and you do a lot of things in the factory, make this mass production in package and things like that. Now they learn more about how to make it with collab with other departments as well and other parts of the world. You can see some events happen like globalization, the internet appear, where we need to have different strategy like agile manufacturing or supply chain management, learning organization. This concept has been emergence at a very later stage of the process. So historical event in operational management, we have the industrial errors, and then the scientific management, where we have a very famous fathers of the term scientific management, Frederick Taylor. Next one, we have the errors of human relations with Hawthorne study, operation research, quality revolution, globalization. This is a very important one since the trading activity has been facilitated so that the people can do the trading across barriers. Internet revolutions is also important since now with the internet, people can do purchasing online, and the companies need to have different strategies to deal with it. Frederick Taylor with scientific management, I believe people will know about him with the science has been put into the work where he focused on the motions and the time to be cut down so that the productivity will be improved. In general, it is the art of knowing exactly what's to be done in the best way and the cheapest way. And there are certain principles under the principle of scientific management in 1911 by Taylor. You can see it on the slides here. And then we're moving next to the various functions of managers, where this is there's a lot of functions for the managers has been emerged, because before that there is no actual role for the managers. But Fader's come up with 6 functions for the managers. The manager need to do like forecasting, planning, organizing, commanding, coordinating, and control. With those activities, help the managers to well manage the employees as well as the product to make sure that the quality and the quantity are available for the market. This is a very summaries of what operational management is. It is like the skeletons of the business. If the human resource is the heart, where you deal with the people, you deal with your employees, then the operational management is like the skeleton, where it's make sure all the movement of the bodies, the movement of the companies is going to the right direction. That's the reason why it's had the collaborating with other departments as well. And the main functions of operational management, as I previously told you, is planning, controlling, coordinating with other departments. So you can see operational management is from, it is in the middle, and they need to contact with finance, marketing, accounting, engineering, human resources, IS, information system to make sure that all of the move of the companies is going at the right direction. So thank you very much. I think this is the end for today's video. I will continue with other concepts at the later stage. Okay.